What's up everyone, my name's Lucas Palmer with Booking Serious, and on this channel, our goal is simple, to connect you with great books and to give you the habit building tools you need to level up your reading. Today's video is more of the former, so let's get started. Today I'm reviewing The Bear by Andrew Krivak. The Bear is a short little read, about 200 or so pages in the post-apocalyptic fiction genre. Now, it seems a little weird calling it that because once you get into it, it's definitely got a different flavor than most of the other post-apocalyptic books that you may have read. And in fact, when I heard the description, a father and a daughter trying to survive in a wilderness post-apocalypse setting, I immediately thought of, as you may be thinking, The Road, which features a father and his son trying to traverse the ash-covered wastelands of North America. They're carrying probably the last good parts of humanity with them, trying to find other people that share that same hope. I figured this would be a very similar book, and I do like The Road, so I thought I would give it a try. And what I found greatly exceeded my expectation. Now this book is much less about survival. There's barely any action. Some reviews on Goodreads have gone as far to say that nothing happens in the book. I strongly disagree with that. And while the father and daughter experience very little danger, there is still tension aplenty. But no spoilers here. This father and his daughter live on a mountain that they have dubbed very epically, the mountain that stands alone. Thematically, much of the book is about man's place in the world when there is no society for him to participate in. The father and the daughter are often reading books about the past and struggling to connect with them, as neither of them have participated in this society that they are reading about, whether ancient, such as the Aeneid or the Iliad, or a modern classic, or a Robert Frost poem. There is no search for humanity here. They are not trying to discover if they actually are the last humans or not. They simply accept that as fact and are living day to day, trying to do the best they can to build their relationship. While most of the novel is a reflection on just the wilderness and the role of nature, nature's wisdom to these two humans, some of the past does creep in the imagery. Krivak's imagery brings the past in to sort of haunt the present as you're reading. As the novel is in third person, we are privy to some of the narrator's comparisons our characters obviously could not be aware of, as they never lived with other humans. But let's get into the details of what I really like about this book. I love Krivak's use of description when he's talking about all the crafting that is done between this father and daughter. If you love reading descriptions of bow making, shoe crafting out of animal skins, of skinning deers and hunting with bows and arrows and the making of said arrows, this is definitely a book you will want to pick up. After reading it, I actually feel like I could go out and survive in the wilderness for the rest of my life. Absolutely not. Another thing I would like to compliment Krivak on is the mythic feel of the whole book. It's very difficult to pull this off in my experience as a writer, and it's something that I have found when other people do it, it seems like they are trying to copy Cormac McCarthy. But I don't feel like Krivak is copying him, though the premise may seem similar. Rather, he has found a way to break away in this similar prose style and claim it as his own, through his use of quick-paced storytelling and a meticulous attention to detail. Now, as a word of caution, and somewhat of a spoiler, there is a tone shift in the middle of this book that took me about 10 to 15 pages to get used to. And that's because, spoiler, some of the animals do begin to talk with the humans about midway through the novel. Now, I won't get into the details about why that happens, but it definitely took a little getting used to, though Krivak really sold me on it after that initial hurdle. And I think that's what really makes this his own world that I really believe in, and what elevates it above maybe other post-apocalyptic novels that I've read. One quick word about the press before we go. Bellevue Literary Press, I looked into their mission statement at the end of this novel and found it very compelling. and I'm going to include the link in the description down below so that you can check it out as well. Their mission statement is to publish literary fiction and nonfiction at the intersection of the arts and sciences, because they believe the arts and science are natural complements to one another, as do I. So it was really cool to see that as their mission statement. I'm definitely going to check out what work they've published in the past and what they have coming up in the future so I can find similar books to Krivak's work. I highly recommend picking up this short novel, maybe as a way, like I did, to get through all the series that I'm trying to read. I seem to always pick up the first book in a fantasy series and then another first book in a fantasy series, and then I am stuck right in the middle of a bunch of series, so I need short novels to sort of bridge that gap and get me going again when I get slogged down. And let me know in the comments below if you're familiar with Krivak's other novels, or if you've read other outliers in the post-apocalyptic genre that you think fellow readers would be interested in. Please like and subscribe to our channel booking series for more great recommended reads and tips to help you level up your reading. See you next time.